Now, when it comes to the second advantage of mastermind groups for small businesses, beyond the collective intelligence, I think the other area that's real huge here is the accountability that comes from sharing these ideas and having a group of people to hold you accountable for some of the things that you say that you're going to do or that you know that you need to do, but are so easily put on the back burner as a small business owner.
Pardon me. One of the things I've read is that if you want to get something done, make it public. If you want to hold yourself accountable, make it public. Tell your friends, your family that you're going to start the new business and all this thing. Then you have a commensurate set of guilt, which applies peer pressure, applies pressure to you to not let those people down.
That's right.
And in this mastermind situation, it's not necessarily guilt. It's sort of the mighty hammer of peer pressure, policing, to make sure you get these things done. What I find interesting is small business owners have a tendency to we'll put the things that we want to do. We want to get the marketing plan done, and we need to discipline or put a performance plan in place for that troubled employee, and all these important things that need to happen. But the day-to-day aspects, those hats that we talked about in the last section of running your business, sort of pile up one on top of the other.
Sure do.
And what Stephen Covey is that quadrant 4 stuff, the urgent, or quadrant 3 maybe, the urgent but unimportant things that get in front of us that seem to derail at least the deadlines and the dates that we have set to try and achieve some of these certain things. And you know, it's funny, something that will save our small business, we'll keep pushing off and pushing off. If you push it off long enough, you'll realize, you know what, I didn't get it done to this point, and you can sort of forget about it, and it drops off the to-do list, like, you know, the people in Columbus's time falling off the edge of the world when they got to the edge of the planet, and you never have to worry about it again, right?
Yeah.
So the amazing thing is when there's sufficient leverage, let's say around April 15th, we have the sword of Damocles on a frayed rope hanging over our heads. It seems like as business owners, we don't miss our tax returns.
Nope.
We find a way to get those done. And the IRS has this mighty hammer of Thor ready to pound on us if we miss it, or at least file an extension, and we get that done. And I think that is what, for lack of a better term, that kind of leverage is what a mastermind group can bring to holding you accountable. Yeah,
and I think what you're talking about, you know, it's funny, you mentioned the word peer pressure, and that's normally viewed sometimes as a bad thing, but like anything, it all depends on how you wield that. And so by having this mastermind group and these accountability partners, you know, you're looking to them. I think it's some of the same benefit that people get from working with a personal or professional coach, is that there are things that, you know, as you mentioned, will make a dynamic difference. They will make a difference in your life, in your day-to-day life, in your business, in the way you run your business, in your work style and your lifestyle. But as you said, it's so easy to backburner those things. By making it public, and by knowing that the next time you get together with that group, that there will be accountability partners there, and someone's going to say, hey, did you do that thing you said you were going to do? Did you get that marketing plan done? Did you go to that networking event? Did you connect with those 4 you know, movers and shakers that you said you were going to? You know, that just knowing that someone's going to be asking that question, and it's not you asking that question, but someone from the outside, as you said, that having that leverage is going to be what's going to allow your ideas to translate into actions, and those actions, as we know, are what makes the difference in a business.
You know, Phil, I've had the good fortune to take part in as a member, and also to lead some very successful mastermind groups. And I can tell anybody watching this video, if you are thinking about forming a mastermind group and you don't want the pressure that comes from being held accountable to your own actions, your own promises, and your own commitments, go do something else. Go to the ball game, go drink a beer, but you don't want to really get involved in a mastermind group. If you have a mastermind group that you have formed or that you get involved with that's not doing this, I can tell you right now, you're not getting the results.
No, you're not getting the full effect of the full benefit that can be derived from something like this.
The cool thing is, Phil, is that business owners, surprisingly, just like small children that crave discipline and sort of push up against the walls that until they get smacked back, with discipline. Business owners like this. I worked for a president of a small company one time who took me out to lunch one time, and over a pizza, we formed a special advisory group that was basically a mastermind group of people from different industries, a financial turnaround company, another guy who was a consultant, another guy who was a successful president of a business. We asked those people to come in, and they were paid as a strategic advisory board because the regular board of the directors was just that sort of rubber stamp affair. It wasn't providing. And his comment to me was, I need someone to hold me accountable to make change. And I was sort of stunned when I first heard this, but surprisingly enough, I think many small business owners find themselves in that same boat.
Yep, I agree.